Hello, and welcome to the first ever Inavate APAC Awards. My name is Hurer bin Sohail, and I will be your host for today. When we first came up with the idea of the Inavate APAC Awards, we had envisioned a gala event, somewhere nice, somewhere warm, somewhere tropical. Obviously, COVID-19 made us put a pin in those plans, but I am really grateful that all of you could join us today virtually. And while the gala event might not have materialized, we feel that we have been able to deliver on all the other aims and objectives we had, and this would not have been possible without your support. When we started Inavate APAC 6 years ago, we had a very clear mission statement, and that mission statement was to recognize and elevate the efforts of Asia Pacific's AV community. We feel that the Inavate APAC Awards is a natural and organic extension of what we have been doing in the market. At this point, I would like to thank everybody who entered and put forward their candidacy for the Inavate APAC Awards, from integrators, consultants, distributors, and all the AV professionals. We were overwhelmed by the number of entries we got and the support that we received from the community. In return, we really hope that the Inavate APAC Awards can serve as a badge of honor and recognition for you. Can everybody please take a little bit of time to give a round of applause, virtually of course, in our chat room for all the entrants and all the finalists. And last but not least, we would like to thank all of our partners and all of our sponsors, without whom this event would not have been possible. I would like to thank our headline sponsor, Midwich, and our other sponsors, Absin, Audio-Technica, BTEC, Christie, Layard, Shure, Sennheiser, and RGB Link. As cliched as it sounds, these really are unprecedented times, and we believe that platforms where the AV community can come together and discuss the business, the market, the going-ons, they're really essential right now. And we are grateful that our partners and sponsors feel the same way.
Midwich is proud to be the headline sponsor of the inaugural Inavate APAC Awards, and perhaps now more than ever, it's great to have something positive to focus on and a reason to celebrate. We really do applaud the team at Inavate for going ahead with these awards. It was a brave decision, and we appreciate the chance to be involved in their choice to honour all of those who took the time to submit their entries. Midwich is absolutely committed to the channel, and it's important that your hard work is recognised within our Asia Pacific region, and we're particularly excited to be sponsoring the very first Consultant of the Year award. Congratulations to all those nominees and winners, and we hope the year ahead brings good news and the chance for the world to settle back to a place that is more familiar than we find ourselves today. Congratulations, everyone.
Now, on to the part that all of you guys have been waiting for. We're going to start announcing the awards. We have 9 categories today, and our finalists come from all across Asia Pacific. You didn't make the job of our independent judging panel easy at all. They had to deliberate, they had to evaluate, they had to kind of differentiate really great projects, and in the end, it came down to the finest of margins. We start with the Corporate Project Award, sponsored by Layard. Our finalists are ASCL for the Zero Carbon Building in Hong Kong, HMPL Consulting and Office 2000 for S&P Global in India, Mahajik Development for the MEA Building in Thailand, V2 Indonesia for President's Palace in Indonesia, Sigma AV IT and 3CDN Workplace Technology Consultants for Project Mobius Principal in India. And the winner is HMPL Consulting and Office 2000 for S&P Global. The S&P Global project really showcased what a modern corporate deployment looks like in today's world. The consultant and the integrator put the user at the heart of the project, and everything they did was to improve outcomes for the client. Next up is the Education Project Award sponsored by Shure. Our finalists are Pro AV Solutions for the Sphere at QUT, 3CDN Workplace Technologies, and Godrej and Boyce for IIM, ASCL for the University of Hong Kong. And the winner is Pro AV Solutions for the Sphere at QUT. There is no doubt that this is a visually impressive project, but the entry from Pro AV Solutions detailed all the work that they did and how they collaborated with all the different parties to deliver this unique and one-of-a-kind project for their client. We move on to the Visitor Attraction Project Award sponsored by RGB Link. Our finalists are EAS for the Jewel in Singapore, CJ Olive Network for Seoul Light at Dongdaemun Design Plaza in Korea, Rhino Engineers for lighting at the Statue of Unity in India, Broadcast Professional for Changi Experience Studio in Singapore, and finally SimWorks for the Trans Studio in Indonesia. And the winner is EAS for the Jewel in Singapore. Now, the Jewel really is a modern property in the true sense of the word. It is a visitor attraction, but it also draws in elements of retail, transport, and much more. The entry from EAS showcased the role that AV can play in these modern experiential spaces. Jumping to the Hospitality Project Award category, our finalists are Mahajik Development for the Rosewood Bangkok in Thailand, Audio Brains for Selavi, ASCL for the St. Regis in Hong Kong, Cubix Technologies for the Mayfair Resort in India, and finally Vega Global for the Rosewood Hong Kong. And the winner is Cubix Technologies for the Mayfair Resort in India. Now, every entry we got for this category showcased the technical prowess of the integrator and the amazing AV systems that they deployed. Our judging panel, however, felt that Cubix Technologies provided a few extra details about their business and the custom work that they did for the client, which gave them the edge. On to the Retail Project Award category, sponsored by BTech. Our finalists are Vega Global for K11 Musea in Hong Kong, InDesign Technologies and CI for Mercedes-Benz Showroom in Brisbane, Australia, Digital Place Solutions for the Timepiece in Australia. And the winner is Vega Global for the K11 Museum. Another extremely hard category for our judges to decide on. In the end, they felt that the size, stature, scale, and diversity of AV systems deployed by Vega Global shifted the decision in their favor. And now for our last project category, the Leisure and Entertainment Award sponsored by Audio-Technica. Our finalists are Diversified for the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia, V2 Indonesia for the Plaza Mandiri, C2 Art Technology for Paradise City in South Korea, Heart Automation for Willama in Australia, and finally Shenzhen Sonar Integrated System for the Shenzhen World Exhibition Center in China. This was by far the toughest category for our judges to decide on. In the end, it came down to two projects, and our judges just went back and forth, weighing up the different pros and cons of the two projects. In the end, they were actually unable to find clear separation between the two, and for the first time in Inavate's history, we're announcing a joint winner for our category. So the winners are Diversified for the Melbourne Cricket Ground and Shenzhen Sonar integrated system for the Shenzhen World Exhibition Center. Congratulations guys for making the lives of our judges hell. The Project Awards, which we just completed, recognize AV integration excellence. Our next set of awards shifts the focus to the contributions of individuals and businesses to our AV industry. We start with the Distributor of the Year award for APAC, sponsored by APSIN. We received a number of entries, and almost across the board, they highlighted performance and achievements in the market. But our judges felt that the winning entry went one step further and showcased a real dedication and commitment to the channel. Our winner for the Distributor of the Year award for this year is Mahajik Development. We now move on to the Consultant of the Year award, sponsored by Midwich. A great field of entries, really qualified candidates, and our judges once again had a really hard time. I keep repeating it, sounded like a broken record, but it's the truth. The winner for the Consultant of the Year award for 2020 is Mradul Sharma from 3CDN Workplace Technology Consultants. Now, Mradul's entry really highlighted the positive impact he makes for clients. He showcased how he systematically tackles projects from the design phase to the commissioning phase, and at each step, he makes sure that the client is at the core of his thoughts. It also helped that 3CDN had 2 projects as finalists in our Project Awards categories, and they lent an extra bit of weight and credibility to his claims. Congratulations, Mradul Sharma. And with that, we have finally arrived at the last award for our event today, the APAC Influencer of the Year award, sponsored by Christie. Now, I want to make it clear that this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award, and to provide a few more details, I'm going to throw it over to Anna Mitchell, Group Publisher for Inavate, who's going to explain our rationale behind this award.
Thanks Herrera, and congratulations to all of our winners and finalists so far. Before we dive into the story behind the Industry Influencer Award, I just want to explain the importance of the Inavate APAC Awards to the Inavate Group as a whole. We launched Inavate APAC back in 2014, and in the 6 years that have followed, our team on the ground have been searching out innovation, talent and brilliance right across the region and helping drive the market forward. The Inavate APAC Awards allow us to formally recognise achievements in AV in APAC. I'd also like to echo Herrera in thanking our sponsors who have supported us in the transition to this virtual event. So, Industry Influencer. It was important to us that this award was open to anyone who's made an impact in AV, wherever they might be working. That means that they might be at the end of a long and distinguished career, or they might be making their first steps into Pro AV but doing brilliant things. They might not work directly in Pro AV at all, but have made an impact on the market. But I'm sure you're dying to know who the winner is, so back to Herrera.
The winner of the Industry Influencer Award for 2020 is Mr. Laurie Chow from Vega Global. Mr. Chow has been a mainstay of Asia Pacific's AV community for a very long time. He is the founder of Vega Global, and he has taken the integrator from its humble beginnings to the international powerhouse that it is today. We are lucky enough to be able to hear Mr. Chow's story in his own words.
It is truly an honor to be awarded the Industry Influencer of the Year at the first Inavate APAC Awards. This recognition won't be possible without the entire Vega team's dedication and commitment to bringing our organization to where we are today. This accolade may recognize me as the Industry Influencer, but this will not be possible if not for the collective effort of the Vega Global's executive leadership team, board of directors, country manager, projects, sales, technical, and project delivery team. Furthermore, the constant support from our clients and partners is indeed another catalyst for our growth. And with that, I sincerely thank each and everyone who has taken part in our success. I would also like to thank Inavate APAC and the rest of the IML group for this award. To be present with this accolade truly brings us pride in what Vega Global has contributed in the Pro AV industry. In the early 80s, I humbly began my journey in the AV industry as a salesperson in Hong Kong. By 1986, I jumped on the opportunity to set up and run my own AV company. And that's where Vega Technology Limited came into a concept. In the early 2010s, we started our globalization effort by strategically opening branch office within APAC and Europe. Over the following decade, we have accelerated our development and set up more than 31 offices in 16 countries. At present, we have a comprehensive network of over 600 professionals in Hong Kong, Australia, Bulgaria, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Macau, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, and the UK. We envision Vega Global to be the biggest in APAC and Europe. We will continue to serve our client with the best level of customer service.
And with that, we have come to an end for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations to all our finalists, to all our winners, and to all of the entrants. We will be back in 2021 for another iteration of the Inavate APAC Awards, so keep your eyes peeled for future announcements. Maybe we can even do that gala event that we wanted to do this year, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get you a better, more handsome looking host as well. Thank you and goodbye.